Hi there, welcome. My name is Laura. Join me as we discuss leading edge improvements in tack design to enhance your horse's performance. Today we'll be talking with designer and developer of these innovative products, Linda Hawk. What's the story about the girth?
Okay. So again, watching horses, we've all, experienced that girthy horse in our lifetime. The one that is bloating in cross ties, wants to bite us, wants to sit down. As soon as you tack them up, they're peg-legged, they're very short striding. They don't breathe under tack. They don't relax under tack. They're chipping into distances and things like that. My last thoroughbred off the track, it was still with a traditional girth with the elastic at both ends. I would bring the tack to the stall and boom, he'd go to the back, head down, ears pinned. And I thought, okay, I'm going to change this. I have a manufacturer. I know how, to get the patents and all that kind of stuff. So what can I do to make you more comfortable? So I went back to, I thought back to the days when I was at the racetrack. So at the racetrack on race days, you use that elastic girth, and it's a 3-inch wide piece of elastic, but there's nothing central. So they have to do it up that tight because obviously they don't want the saddle slipping back. So I thought, all right, needs something symmetrical, needs to be comfortable, and we can relate to it like a bra, right? It needs to let us move, needs to let us breathe. And I thought, okay, so at the sternum, which is your pectorals, I'm going to put neoprene, and I do a nice neoprene cushion. So now you've got some cushioning over that part of the horse, which is quite sensitive, elastic where they need it, and then the leather and the buckles up here. Took that design, my first prototype. I had a wonderful gentleman at a tack store who's now since retired, not too far from me, make me my first prototype. And even as I was telling him about it, we were measuring and doing all this, he looked at it and he said, Linda, I think you're onto something. I got my prototype. I took it to the University of Guelph, showed it to one of their top equine researchers and said, Dr. Thomason, what do you think? And he looked at it and goes, why hasn't somebody thought of this already?
Exactly what I think. It's brilliant. I just think it's brilliant.
Picture, but I can walk you through it because it breaks it down. So the picture on the top left of it there is showing you the sternum pad. And that's the part, yes, that's the part that sits on top of the horse's pectoral.
Like right between their front legs, right?
Yeah. Yep. When a horse breathes and expands the rib cage, they do it from the sternum up, not down from the back. So then I put the elastic where the horse needs it, which is from the bottom up. So that would be the next picture over to the right. This is just a picture of one of my longers.
So this is the elastic, and that goes like behind the elbows.
Yes.
Where your leg is, I guess.
Yeah. And so the undersurface of that is, the girth is designed so it's a solid 3-inch piece of elastic from end to end. So the elastic there could never break down. It's one solid piece of elastic. And then I thought back to my steeplechase days when we used to use an overgirth. And I thought, oh, I like the idea of that. So that's why those elastic pieces are crossed. So they start near the buckle end. They're cut in the middle. Otherwise, they would bunch underneath the sternum pad. And then they carry on the other side. And that is the surface that doesn't make contact with the horse. But from a psychological point of view, you're going to want a backup, right? You don't, no rider wants to think, I think that being held on by one piece of elastic. And then I put leather where it doesn't matter, up by the buckles. So then, yeah, I have new orders coming over. And what I've done now is I've split where the buckles are so that it isn't a solid piece anymore, but they are going to be split, which is fine. And then the sternum pad that's away from the horse has a D-ring so that if needed, you can attach a martingale breastplate and that kind of thing. And this girth is an absolute game changer.
Yeah. And my final words are, go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Right? I try to say that every time.
Okay.
And then there's that.
Perfect.
Thanks now. See you next week. Bye.
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 Bye.